Squeegeeing. Squeegeeing is one of the basic things that often gets overlooked, but I think it's the most important thing. If you know how to squeegee correctly on cars, it makes a huge difference in terms of quality, durability, and speed. Cars are a little different than regular signage. If you're used to wrapping walls or boards or any that kind of stuff, those kind of techniques that you use for boards don't quite apply to cars. And this is what I want to show is the basics of squeegeeing is you have your squeegee, okay? You want thumb on one side and you want 4 fingers on the other. And you want to grip it as high up as possible for the most part because you want to have a nice firm grip and you want to be able to change directions or put nice pressure on it. If you're holding back here, it's just a little too far off. It's like standing on your tippy toes, okay? So again, 4 fingers on one side, thumb on the other, okay? So let's say I squeegee and I'm wrapping this hood, for example, and I've already made my permanent hinge, okay? If you want to know about permanent hinges, that's in a different section of the videos. But what you first want to do is create glass, okay? And I talk about speaking wrinkles in other videos, but basically if the material has wrinkles, you can't squeegee, okay? So what I want to do is I want to pull on the material, pick it up, here, and I'm going to create glass, where I'm going to pull, tack the material, and now I have glass, okay? So I'm just going to apply this section, and this section here, right in the middle, has already been applied, okay? So what I want to do is, if I'm going to work up, let's say I'm going to work the hood in this direction, okay? I'm going to have the squeegee, if this is the line that's already been applied, I'm going to overlap that line by squeegeeing at 45 degrees. And then I turn, and I come down at 45 degrees, here. Come back up, 45 degrees up, and I'm just squeegeeing in lines, but I'm overlapping my squeegee strokes all the time. Hugely important. And I overlap it. Notice that my squeegee is as flat, my fingers are touching the car. So when I squeegee, the flatter my squeegee is to the surface, and if I have glass, I have no wrinkles here, I can continue to go. Okay, and this is the good way, and what I'm going to show on the other side of the hood is kind of incorrect ways to do it, but this is the correct way of how to apply graphics on a car, is I'm always looking ahead of the squeegee to make sure I have glass. If I have glass, I can continue to squeegee. This is good. And I just squeegee up and down, okay? Up, and I'm pressing, for this particular material, most material that you're putting on vehicles have repositionable technology. So the harder I press, the better. So it doesn't look like I'm pressing hard, but I'm pressing extremely hard. Like if I went up to like a bookshelf right now and I pressed on it as hard as I'm squeegeeing, I'm going to push the bookshelf over. Okay. So here I've applied correctly. So again, what I did is I squeegeed in this case, because it's flat, I'm squeegeeing at a 45-degree angle. Okay. But I'm going in straight lines, up, down, and I'm pressing really hard. So I'm being really efficient. I'm squeegeeing with this much of my squeegee. This much is overlapping what I just applied, and this is what I'm applying here. And I'm going at a 45-degree angle, up and down. Let's go back to the other side here. Is again, first thing I want to do is create glass. So I pick the material back up. Okay, I pull it, create my glass. And again, every material is different, okay? But again, if I create glass here, now I can squeegee, okay? Now, this side has been applied. Incorrectly how to squeegee is if I have my squeegee at a 90-degree angle and I go up, okay? Because if I go this and I squeegee like this, when I do boards, I squeegee with my squeegee like this. So it's over what I'm about to apply. And if I do that, I can't see what's coming in front of my squeegee. So if I get the material kind of loose and I don't have good glass and I come over here and I don't pay attention, I'm going to get wrinkles here, okay? So here and here, I get huge wrinkles. The reason I got that is because by squeegeeing here, I didn't see that the material was starting to bunch up, and by the time I got over that spot, I got a big wrinkle. Okay, so that's why when you're squeegeeing on a car, you always want to squeegee with an open face, because if I was coming here and I saw the materials bunching up, I could stop, pick the material up, make an adjustment, and then continue to squeegee. So on cars, you always want to squeegee with an open face. So if I'm coming here, I see those wrinkles here, right here, I stop. So when you're squeegeeing, your job is to read the material. If I see this, this tells me, okay, the material's not happy. What I want to do is pick it up, create glass, and then squeegee, okay? So I squeegee like that. More importantly too is, again, I'm always squeegeeing at a 45. If I squeegee 90, look, here, you can tell the material, look, it's doing all this, doing all this, doing all this, doing all this. And the reason why I'm getting all these wrinkles is because the material, the squeegee, was at a 90-degree angle as I'm going up, as opposed to a 45. So now, if you get these wrinkles when you squeegee, it's your responsibility to, this is not magically going to disappear, okay? What I want to do is pick the material back up, okay? And if I need to, I'll put heat back on. But I'm going to squeegee this exact same section now, but I'm going to squeegee with a 45-degree angle. And now with a 45-degree angle, now it all goes down smooth. Pick it back up, I squeegee back down, and it goes on smooth. Because if I squeegee at a 45-degree angle, it gives the air time to escape and the material to relax. If I squeegee here, see how it gets sharp right there? There it's getting sharp, and I'm going to get wrinkles. If I come back here, it cuts it. Nice and easy. So that 45 degrees is really important. And it'll shift. On large flat sections, I can squeegee with this much of my squeegee. Now that I'm down to sections like this where the material's starting to bunch up more, I'm still going to squeegee 45, but look, now I'm only squeegeeing with this much of my squeegee. And my squeegee's down flat. Never squeegee here. Never squeegee with your squeegee high. Because if I squeegee with my squeegee high like this, I'm putting too much tension on this section here. You want your squeegee as flat as possible. You want to think of your squeegee as like a car going down a road. Is that if you have a nice, if you have a sedan that has good aerodynamics, your squeegee can flow along the car like this. Okay? And notice when I pick it up, here's the line that I want to apply. Okay? What I do is I create glass, and I'm squeegeeing 45 degrees. Okay, come back over here. I squeegee 45 degrees. Okay, so you're always squeegeeing and slicing, but look how flat my squeegee is to the surface. My fingers are dragging across the surface. Okay, so again, that's very important to learn how to squeegee correctly. Is you're always squeegeeing at a 45-degree angle, always. And my squeegee is nice and flat. And I have a very thin buffer on my squeegee. And the combination makes it really easy to apply the graphics. So never squeegee like this. I'm never going to squeegee like this. Like I'm painting, I'm going to squeegee open face all the time. Stay 45 degrees, and that's the key for squeegeeing properly. And again, it's all about reading the material beforehand. So I'm going to squeegee, but if I have wrinkles here, I immediately stop. Pick the material back up. Create glass. See now, by pulling with my hand here, I pull and create nice tension, and I'm pulling, and then I can squeegee, okay? And this is a really good example here, where look, if I read the wrinkles, okay, got lots of sharp wrinkles here. If I try to squeegee with this much of my squeegee right now, I get wrinkles, okay? And that's because I was too greedy and I tried to squeegee with too much of my squeegee here. If I pick it back up and I squeegee with like a 1/4 inch of my squeegee, look how much easier it goes down. So again, I'm always squeegeeing at 45 degrees, but right now if I squeegee here, I'm going to get wrinkles. If I do this still with 45 degrees, but I do it here, 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 and here, I'm doing it still 45 degrees, still flat, but you're always going to shift how much you can do based on the surface area and the angle. Curves, you're going to do smaller. Flat areas, you're going to do wider. So that's the fundamentals of squeegeeing, okay? And once you get that process down, always 45 degrees, keep it flat, life is good.